McLeod now. John is one of the founders of Cloud Cannabis. And I think you have something like 5 stores open now, John.
Yeah, we're getting there, Mike. We're getting there. Thank you.
All right, good. Now, one of the reason, well, many reasons, but one of the reasons we have John on the show is he made some news late last week. I saw it on Friday, where you announced that you bought a Kalamazoo cultivator. Because one of the things we had talked about before, you didn't have any cultivation. You were just buying flower and whatnot from other folks. And now you're more vertical, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Mike. And thanks for the intro. And yeah, shout out to the rally attendees. That's great. I too, like Jamie, have been to quite a few rallies in the state over the years, and that's a really good turnout. And Cloud Cannabis is a proud member of the MICIA and proud to support caregivers in the state as well. So
good to know. Good to know.
Definitely in line with all of that stuff. So yeah, so before Mike, before we were last week, we weren't vertical. We have a processing facility where we're doing gummies and extracts and all that good stuff. And we certainly have a handful of retails across the state, but we didn't have that cultivation piece. So we were buying product from our friends at Michigrown, which are growing really, really good product in the state, as mentioned earlier on the show. But now we have 70,000 square feet in Kalamazoo where we're fully vertical. So we're able to control our supply chain, allowing us to provide our customers with the highest quality products and a retail experience, really just optimizing the overall profitability for us as a company. What's unique about our play there with the cultivation is we've partnered with one of the top cultivators out of California by the name of Wonderbrett, Brett. Everyone hears Wonderbrett, which would be a really cool name too, but it's Wonderbrett.
Yeah, I think you'd have a trademark issue if it was Wonderbrett. Go ahead.
So.
Yeah,
I think so. I tell you, the brand recognition comes really quick though once you do the difference. So we're really excited about that because they are a well-established. They've been cultivating in California for decades now, doing it the right way. A really high-end cannabis brand with just a really cool following and a really cool advertising and network and what have you. So what we're doing with them is not a licensing agreement. It's not like we're seeing with a lot of these other operators. They actually came here, relocated a couple of their main principals here to Kalamazoo, and they brought their genetics, they brought their superior growing ability, and they are going to be the cultivation arm for Cloud Cannabis in Kalamazoo. So just really, really excited about that. It just really allows us to be, beginning to end, the provider of the best cannabis in the state.
I think I looked at, it wasn't your business plan, but I looked at a press release that your folks handed me or sent to me. And I think you plan to open 10 more stores over the next 18 months or 24 months, something of that nature, right?
Yeah. So right now we have 17 retail licenses in the state. So it's just a matter of how quickly can we get them open, right? It's a race to get them open as quickly as possible. So the goal right now is to have 10 open before the end of the year. So right now we're open in Ann Arbor, Traverse City, Muskegon, and Utica. We're taking over an operational store in Kalamazoo and one in Big Rapids. And then I have Detroit, Gaylord, New Baltimore, and Cedar Springs coming online hopefully before the end of the year. So we're busy, just trying to expand our brand across the state.
All right. So are you going to be adding any new brands or anything like that, or new product lines or?
Yeah, so Wonderbrett is going to be huge, and I would recommend anyone checks out their socials. They have, I think, some of the best marketing in the space. They're great. So we're gonna be coming to market with 6 genetic strain specific products from them, which will be flower and pre-rolls, and then shortly after will become strain specific concentrates. We're also launching a pre-roll brand in and of ourselves, which is called Fourth Coast. And then we also have the concentrate brand Mint and Extracts and Cannabis edibles, and those all fall under the Cloud Cannabis umbrella. It's a very cool brand. It's a very brand, and again, they come out of that same caregiver type of a model. These guys were growing. This isn't people that came into the space with just a bunch of money. These are long time cultivators that have really been cultivating with some really strong genetics for decades. And for us at Cloud, we're really culture driven as a company. We mean what we say what we mean. It's essentially almost my name on the building. So it's very personable for us. And it was very important that in choosing a cultivation partner, we chose the right one. We knew that we didn't know how to cultivate, so we weren't going to try to reinvent the wheel. But we also wanted to make sure that the person that we partnered with was going to just further our values, culture in the space, and we couldn't be happier. I mean, just a great company, really good values, and they're going to be an add value to the state for sure.
And how did this partnership come to fruition? Like, how did that come about? Like, how did you find this opportunity?
So it was a matter of just vetting out a lot of different companies, both locally and across the country. I mean, for us, like I said, it was Jamie, what we were looking for was someone that we could basically say, okay, here's a licensed facility. You go ahead and take it and make it what you want it to be, because cultivation, and this is why we talk about the caregivers, this is not just putting a seed in dirt and all of a sudden 5 months later you get a plant. This is a science. This is hard work. And there's a lot of IP that goes into this, whether you're doing it at home for personal use or caregivers, or you're doing it on a large scale. So our thing is we wanted a proven track record. We wanted someone who could show that they could do it at scale. We wanted someone who matched our values. And then we also wanted someone who brought something different to the table. And I think just basic in packaging alone, people will see when Wonderbrett hits the shelves before the end of the year here, that just in packaging alone, they're far superior to what's mostly on the market in Michigan right now. And then of course their genetics are just really second to none, and there's maybe one or two growers in the state that have some really strong genetics, but this is going to be top of the list really quickly. So it's really what we looked for. We didn't want just anyone, we wanted to try to find the best. And we were very fortunate that we found the best, and they're actually even better guys, which is really important to us.
And I'm sorry if I missed this. When is it hitting shelves again?
So we are, God willing, we will have Wonderbrett products on the shelves in cloud stores before the end of the year. So, the ladies tell us when the ladies are ready, right? So we'll listen to them. But right now we're looking that it should be a little Christmas. We're thinking a Christmas present to the Michigan market to have some Wonderbrett product on the shelves before the end of the year. That's the hopes. I really don't, knock on wood, don't see anything stopping us from doing that, because I think we all know they go whether we want them to go or not go. They just keep growing. So, before the end of the year would be a really great treat. And that seems to be, something that we can reach for a target.
Any other product surprises kind of coming on the way?
Nothing that we can announce yet, but we're always looking to bring extra stuff to the market. We want to really lift up these local brands as well too, which is very important to us, which is again, why I give Mission Grown a shout out. Mission Grown is growing some really, really great product. And we have a good relationship with them in Muskegon and across the state.